Lights are down on the speedway. 20 laps the distance. Modified feature 1 of 2. Derek Green sets the pace off of turn number 4, and we are racing feature number 1, your USRA Modifieds at the Diamond and Dirt Tracks, the Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri. Derek Green off of 2 down the back straightaway to the race lead. Colton Eck, the 747, runs alongside on the top of the racetrack. Green going to take his line, and he'll lead him down to lap number 1.
Derek Green behind the wheel of a modified and looking great, leading the way in the 32. The 747, Colton Eck, and that Trump-sponsored 2024 for Trump 747, doing a good job hanging on to that second spot. A good battle back behind them between Dean Willie in the 68 and Dayton Pursley in the 10P.
Dean Willie hanging tough, looking strong on the bottom of the racetrack. Car number 68 looks to the inside of Colton Eck. Upstairs in car number 10, that is Dayton Pursley, with Nick Bittinger running right underneath him in the 3B car. So good battles on track, first through fifth, as they race off of turn 4 down to lap number 3.
What a battle for second place. Derek Green out front, rolling the bottom pretty good. Willie on the bottom of Eck in the 747. He flies in the 747 by Willie on the top side as they work through 3 and 4. Keep your eyes on the 10P. He's right there as well. And here comes Bittinger on the bottom. 4-pack battling for that second spot. Great racing there. Here comes the 10 car.
Good 3-car battle there side by side. Pursley, the meat in that sandwich. Here comes the 747. Again, a Colton Eck. Eck's been up on the top. Here comes Bittinger, though. He's looked strong from the start tonight. Right from the jump out of the box, the 3B car's been looking towards the front. Now into the third spot, the 3B, as they work down the back straightaway. Derek Green has set sail about 20 car lengths as he races off of 4. Dean Willie second, Nick Bittinger third, and a 3-car battle, 4th, 5th, and 6th on the front straightaway.
It just keeps going on. Peyton Phillips working the bottom, the 127. The Sonic drive-through sponsored car number 127, doing a good job there on the bottom. A good shot there, Bittinger holding that line. Eck gonna bunch up just a little bit and gonna allow Phillips to slide by on the bottom.
Racetrack is smooth and slick. Now got a couple cars together and coming to rest of the exit of turn number 4.
That is the 17 of Beamer, Lee Beamer in the 17B, and the 18 of Brad Johnson, I believe.
That is Johnson, and he was out of sort over here in 4, nowhere to go, and Beamer had nowhere to go either once Johnson tried to get rolling again to avoid the yellow flag there, and fortunately, wrong place, wrong time there for the 17.
Yeah, that's too bad for the 17B and the 18 of Johnson. The Beamers bring a whole crew of racers and drivers down here. That Fairmont Raceway has a pretty good contingent of USRA racers down here at the Lucas Oil Speedway.
Hey, that Fairmont Raceway was one of the most unassuming, positive experiences that I've had since we've started racing dirt, to be totally honest with you guys. I didn't know a lot about the racetrack. I didn't know a lot about Zach and Leah, and they were warm and accommodating. And they run a marvelous racetrack. It's an awesome Friday night show. They're USRA to the core. They love the USMTS. And man, our entire crew had one of our most positive experiences of the year when we were up at Fairmont earlier this year. And Denikus, you told me, you prefaced it, you said, hey man, you're gonna like this place. It's really cool. And I'm certainly glad we were able to go there. And it's definitely one of the highlights, not only of this year, but just of our time of going to the races.
Yeah, it's a great place. There's a lot of great racetracks across the Midwest, and if you have not went out and checked them out, take yourself a little racing vacation sometime and go check out some of these places and support the local dirt track racing. If without the local racing, we wouldn't have events like this, and they are so fun, and it is so great to see, and we got to keep racing going strong. And I think what you guys are doing with the Heartland Modified Tour as well, Trenton and Eric and Stick and everybody involved, is absolutely fantastic. You mentioned it earlier, the health of modified racing across the United States is looking pretty darn good, if I say so.
You know, it's really good where you guys are from, for sure. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to debate that, but I'm not stepping too far out of line to say it was on the verge around everywhere around this part of the country. And I don't know that it's the right thing, and we might screw it all up before it's done, but we're sure trying to do the right thing for these guys and do right for the sport and the promoters and USRA, and it's a lot to navigate. I'll tell you this, I've learned more this season than I had the previous 15 years of running racing dirt, and I hope that says something about the work that it goes in to do something like that.
How many nights on your schedule this summer, Trenton?
Man, it was a lot. It's at least the most I've done in 10 years. I don't have a total, but
wow.
it felt like every weekend.
Well, great job with that. As we go back to the green flag, we have 7 down, 13 to go. Derek Green, as mentioned, had built quite a sizable advantage, but here comes Nick Bittinger. Bittinger in car number 3B looking to the outside, 1 lane above Green. And right behind him, look at that, 3-car battle side by side, washing up the racetrack and banking. And now a race for the lead on your screen, in your living room at home. Derek Green on the bottom, Nick Bittinger in the 3B. That is first and second on the back straightaway. 8 laps down, 12 to go. Derek Green doing double duty this weekend in the stock car and the modified, looking to hang on in modified feature number 1.
Derek Green doing a great job. But I tell you what, he's got some hard chargers and Bittinger and Willie behind him. Although he is no rookie to a race car. He is a rookie this season to the modified. He used to have one.
I was going to say, he raced modified for their short time.
Couple races is all, and back behind the wheel in that Jaeger implement.
How about
32.
Dean Willie? Dean Willie's just plugging along there on the bottom of the racetrack.
I love that car too.
That's
Bert.
one of my favorite cars of the weekend. That is a great looking modified. And as he runs right behind, look at Bittinger. Bittinger 1 lane above the bottom of the racetrack, going to wash out a little bit. Grabs the top to the lead with 9 to go. Nick Bittinger now your race leader in the 3B. Derek Green led the first 10 circuits. Now it's Bittinger. Green will follow and give chase in second. Dean Willie in third, the 747 at Colton Eck. Dayton Pursley in car number 10. Actually, Jason right next to him, running for the 5th spot.
Great racing going on between the Pursleys back there, the 10 upstairs, the 38 on the bottom, and look at Jason. Gets that left rear. Great shot there of it hooking that little bit of a lighter brown color around the bottom side of the speedway. Right there, he's a lane above it, but that working well for the 38C.
Good battle there on your screen. A pair of Pursleys running for that 5th spot. And while we're watching them, look at Dean Willie. He's in the number 2 spot. He'll overtake command of Derek Green. So Willie's car coming together and coming to life along the bottom of the racetrack. The question is, Nick Bittinger is so strong in the 3B. Out on top, Willie second, Derek Green third, Eck and Pursley. That is your top 6. As this time around will be a high 5 for Nick Bittinger.
I tell you what, that 3B is looking good. Leading the way, Dean Willie. I'm pretty sure, doesn't Dean Willie have a stock car as well? Because I'm pretty sure he pulled double duty the first few years we were down here at Lucas Oil Speedway.
Yeah, he still has it too and races it.
Well, he's looking pretty sporty in the modified tonight as Derek Green having a heck of a run as well in the 32. Colton Eck trying to run him down. That's your top 4. Pretty decent size gap goes behind them, and that's the Pursleys and Peyton Phillips. Peyton Phillips, excuse me.
This time across the stripe, 17 in the books, 3 laps to go. Pursley running up top. That is a race for 5th. Jason Pursley in the 38. The 10 is Dayton Pursley. And Peyton Phillips in the 127. That is 5th, 6th, and 7th on your screen as Bittinger crosses the start-finish line with 2 laps to go.
Phillips taking a look down to the inside of Dayton Pursley. Not going to get it done. JT Wasman, the next car behind them. But Bittinger out front. There he is in turn 3, coming down off the bottom of turn number 4. He's got himself a 3-second advantage right now over of Dean Willie and the rest of the field. In a beautiful look at this racetrack, you can see how smooth it is, bottom to top, all the way across. These guys been able to work anywhere they really want. You can see Bittinger doing a good job down there right on that lighter color. Checkered flag comes out, and he picks it up. Nick Bittinger Modified feature number 1 in the books, going to the 3B. Dean Willie comes home in that second spot. The machine, Derek Green, crosses the line in third. Colton Eck and Dayton Pursley round out your top 5.